Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm back. It's Tune In Thursday, and it is raining here in Southern California. It has been very, very wet and dreary for the last, I want to say it's been almost 2 weeks now. So, anyway, I'm here and I'm so grateful to be here with you guys this week. And today we are actually going to be talking about what I learned from my mistakes. And it's so interesting because every week I take a poll to see what you guys want me to talk about. And oh my God, I can't believe how much feedback I got that everybody wanted to talk about this topic this week. Totally hear you, totally get why, and we're gonna dive into that. And I'm gonna give you guys some tools and some tips on why we do this and how to refrain from beating ourselves up from the mistakes that we make. All right, so let's drop in. I want you to go ahead and just take a deep breath in. And then go ahead and exhale your breath out. Allow yourself to become present, get grounded, and coming into center. All right, how I learned from my mistakes. So if you see me looking down, it's because I have taken some notes and I really want to be thorough with you guys today. All right, so first off, I want you to know that mistakes has such a negative connotation to it. But there are no mistakes. In my perspective, there are only lessons. And our mistakes are here to teach us new lessons. Maybe something that we're doing that we haven't done before, or because we're trying something new. And right there, I just want to say, hey, give yourself a pat on the back for that, because at least you're making an effort. So that's the first thing, is that there are no mistakes. There are only lessons. And we have to really shift our perspective on why we think mistakes are bad. And this goes back to our childhood, to be honest with you, to being punished and to being told that if we make mistakes, we're going to fail, we're going to get bad grades, we're going to get grounded, right? We're going to get punished in some way, shape, or form. So when we make mistakes, it is in our subconscious mind from early childhood that this is a bad thing. And then we cower and we are not actually able to know that making mistakes is actually very healthy and very normal. Making mistakes is teaching us that we're growing. Huge, huge, huge win right there. We are growing. So rewriting the narrative on what is a mistake and how you can reframe that for yourself is going to be huge in your development and how you move forward from this, no matter what age you are. And I even want you to think about this for your own kids. You don't want to tell your kids they're constantly wrong. You want to teach them from a loving and compassionate place. Well, guess what? That works for us too as adults. We have to talk to ourselves that way. So giving yourself that praise and that grace, taking the chance to grow, is only going to help and to serve you moving forward. So this is where the word forgiveness starts to come in. When we think forgiveness, we automatically think, I need to forgive a person who's done that thing to me, and yada, yada, yada. But in my perspective, it really comes down to forgiving ourselves. We do have to forgive ourselves. I constantly forgive myself. I will raise my hand and be the first to admit I am a recovering perfectionist. And if any of you out there can relate to being a perfectionist, oh my God, how painful can it be when we don't come off as perfect, right? We beat ourselves up and we constantly tell ourselves something is wrong with us. It is a deep, deep, deep self-criticism that we continue to give ourselves, and then that doesn't actually serve us in the long run. So for me, when I made the decision to change that narrative and to say, hey, that is no longer who I am, and I'm going to show myself that I can rise above this, and anytime that I make a mistake, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to find grace and forgiveness and praise myself for making the effort. And look, if it's a mistake that you make with somebody that you care about, somebody you love, a client perhaps, whatever it is, know that that is a foundation for growth. It gives you a chance to be in integrity. Come back to yourself. What is it that you want? And how is it you want to serve? How is it you want to share love with this person, this company, this being, whatever this is? Because when we learn from our mistakes, this is going to take us so far ahead. And then we start getting used to the idea of sharing this with other people and being more forgiving towards other people. And like I said earlier, including children. And children, I so believe they are so susceptible because they're taking this information in. Everything that they are being fed in their formative years, 0 to 7, it's all getting put into their subconscious. We want to teach them that making mistakes is okay. It's teaching them that they're taking another step forward. So I want you to sit with that this week on not beating yourself up for making mistakes. And I think that actually leads us into, since we are right around the corner, literally from 2022, the word New Year's resolution, right? People make all kinds of New Year's resolution. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to eat healthier. I'm gonna. And then typically what happens is we slip up somewhere in there, making a mistake. And then again, we start that cycle of beating ourselves up again. So I invite you to work on rewriting that story for yourself, that there are no mistakes, there's only lessons. And guess what? You can get up again and you can try again, because that is not going to hurt you or anyone. That is only going to serve you. All right, my loves. Just putting it out there, January 22nd is the Power of Authentic Vision workshop. It will be my first virtual workshop of the year, and I am inviting you to come to it. It is, I'll put the link below. You can register for it. I highly suggest doing the early bird registration for it. But it's really here to give you some clarity on what it is that you truly are wanting to bring into this next year. I want you to feel a deeper, more authentic part of yourself so you can be aligned with the things that you're meant to do, be, and have in this lifetime, right? I want to help get you out of these cycles that you've been in and the loops, and start breaking those habits so you can have some real self-awareness and move forward with some real depth and confidence. Okay, so I'm going to put that down there, the Power of Authentic Vision workshop. That is on January 22nd, and I will put that link below, and you guys can register for that early on. And I love you all so much. I want to wish you a beautiful and fruitful, happy 22. I will see you on the other side.